patience as we're getting off the field. Getting with some guys, taking advantage of the time you had during camp, right? You only had 3 weeks of it, but everyone's always super juiced, right? Day one, and day one is, what we expected out of our group was progress with culture, progress with understanding our systems and moving fast. And we did that for the most part. And then, just watching certain areas of our team, there's some improvement in some, I would say in most of them, but with, again, being in Spiders gives you the benefit of actually, conducting a really good practice and protecting yourself. So you do get some really good work. So we worked this morning for a couple of hours and feel like, again, positive day one, lots to learn from watching the film and cleaning it up and getting right back at it out here tomorrow. Questions, please.
Coach, physically you all look bigger, and not just weight room bigger, but
right.
There's more size on this team, and when you can play at that level and you have so much depth as you're building, what does it allow you to do in the camp? Are you able to push a little bit harder, or can you explain that from?
We're definitely bigger. We have more power. You want to hit certain benchmarks in the weight room, and you want to make sure that matches up on the type of player they are. Right? They have to be both. You can't have just a weight room guy, or you just can't have a guy that looks apart and can't move people around. We have significantly increased our size, our power, our speed. It's been put to the test throughout the summer conditioning program, and they had a good summer. I mean, it showed up today because, there's always some rust, but it looked like a day one plus a little bit more. Depth-wise, it's gotten better. Not exactly where you want it to be, but certainly an opportunity to build a lot more during camp. And the focus is making sure that, look, what sticks out the most, there's competition at just about every position. That's going to make us better right there. And it's the right type of competition attitude as well, where guys are taking it on and understanding, look, this is going to make me better. It's not a type of threat. We see growth and development, and we've got to keep teaching and learning and teaching and learning and developing and getting better.
I know it's just day one, but I know it's shorts too, but did anyone flash to you today?
Oh, well, I think, some guys did. I mean, I'm sorry. To share who flashed. I think I'll be better off putting some stuff together after watching the film. You'd hate to mention a flash and then another 40 plays of and then see. But either way, I guess what I'm saying, the biggest flash was the progress of culture. Being able, running all the way on, all the way off the field, making sure attention to detail and finishing plays are at the forefront. Not perfect, but improvement. So, right back to film and go get better.
One guy we saw make a couple plays was Jadaeus Richard, and just the secondary in general, the two safeties seem like it could be one of the best starting safety tandems. But other than that, it's a lot of unproven guys for the most part, or new guys, transfers. Just can you kind of talk about what it was like, kind of building that position group and how you maybe see that playing out here in the preseason?
Yes, sir. As a coaching staff, we cannot get comfortable just relying on James and on Campbell. They're great players. They're great leaders. You mentioned Jadis. Jadis is a really good player. Mind you, he started at nickel, at corner, at the boundary safety spot, the field safety spot last year at Vanderbilt. So he's a very experienced player. And he's long. He's a big, strong, explosive guy. So he's more than flashed out there. But so have all those guys. Darryl Porter's done a really good job. TC continues to do really well. Dayton Davis, really, really good player. Devontae Brown continues to. He picked up right where he left off in the spring. He had a good spring. So we feel like the competition there has gotten better, and we're going to amp it up though, and they understand that.
Coach, you have a good mix of balance of youth and veterans on the O-line. How encouraging is that for you, specifically for a team into this?
Well, it's about having the best 5 guys that can play as one, and you're right, there is a mix. There's a lot of experience at center and at left guard. Guys are splitting reps at left tackle. At the right guard position, does have a lot of experience, and the guys behind these guys, they've played well. And with what Coach Guidry does on defense, you see a lot. So you're gaining some really valuable practice experience. We just need more, and that's on us to keep developing, keep recruiting, keep bringing in the body types that fit the mold of a big league Power 5 offensive line. We've got to be able to block. we've got to be able to knock people back on both sides of the ball, control the line of scrimmage, and we have our work cut out for us, but we've improved, and we want to keep working at it and get better.
We're going to do a few more questions for Coach.
Mario, how did Tyler look today, and also how can you tell if he's back to pre-injury form?
In terms of his health, injury form, is that what you mean, or just?
Yeah, and just being
He looks good.
great quarterback. Being
He looks
productive.
good. He looks really good. He looks comfortable but urgent. Does that make sense? So he understands the offense. He gets after it. He's very proactive with his teammates and getting extra work in, making sure everybody's on the same page. And he's practicing with a lot of just intent. He looks very intentional in everything he does, which is always a blessing when your quarterback takes that type of initiative. So very pleased, fired up, happy for him, all that stuff.
I saw Elijah out back on the field today. I think he was wearing a brace, but how important is it to have him back in the mix at tight end?
Yeah, he's close to doing everything full speed. He's done everything, put it this way, he's done everything full speed. We just limit the reps until we hit certain, benchmarks for his rehab. Joe Girardi does an unbelievable job with return to play. So Elijah, you've seen him before. You know how valuable he is. You know how much it hurt not having him last year. And he's even a better human being. The guy's a great person, man. He's a great leader. We're fired up to have him back.
Coach, as far as the camp schedule, you guys usually do a scrimmage or two, right? Is that still sort of the plan? And I guess at a certain point, are you going to have a demarcation line where you kind of just settle in with the depth chart that you want for the opener, that kind of thing?
Business as usual. Yeah, we'll scrimmage for the first time a week from Saturday, and then after that, I believe the following Friday, and then 2 weeks out, that practice. We'll have plenty of opportunities for live ball, move the field opportunities, just playing it, and sometimes just playing in the red zone, the field zone, short yards, goal line. We'll create all those situations, but at minimum, I should say we'll have 2 full scrimmages like a game.
How did Jakari look
He
today?
looked really good.
In the backups?
He looked really good. Coach Dawson just grabbed me coming off the field. Aside from Tyler, both Jakari and Emery looked really good. Got the ball out quick. They were very accurate. They did a great job just managing both at the offense at the line of scrimmage and in the huddle. They're growing. You can see the maturity. The work they're putting over the summer is starting to pay off.
You mentioned earlier, like the importance of having the culture already built at this point to start off fall camp. How do you accomplish that when you've had, I think it's about 40 or so new players on the roster who weren't here this last year?
Well, I never said the culture is completely built now. We've certainly made a lot of strides in that direction, and we're not hard to figure out. We really believe in hard work. We believe in doing things the right way and going full throttle and making sure that everything team-oriented is first, And we were very selective in the guys that we recruited both in the portal and coming out of high school. They're the right type of fit, and if they're not all the way there, it's our job to help them get there. This whole thing is about teaching and learning and growing, and look, credit to all the guys that were here and that formed that leadership council, and that because they got to go halfway there to bring in the guys that just got here as they come halfway and pull them all together, and they've done an unbelievable job in connecting and hanging and getting to know each other through just countless activities and just invested time into something and work, right? You can't trust somebody unless they put in work, and these guys are smart, right? They want to play with guys that they can trust. If they can't be trusted, they're not going to play. So they're holding each other more and more accountable, but there's still a lot of room to grow. And our focus is as much on the intangibles and culture as it is on, scheme.
Awesome. Hey, Mario, I just want to know, is Judeus, or I'm saying it wrong, I think, are you going to use him as a safety or corner when we write about that?
And we're cross-training just about every guy. It's too early to tell.
Okay, thanks.
So early in camp, you don't know what's going to happen. So we're very conceptual on the back end, so we're letting it all.
Okay, thanks.
Okay?
Thank you very much.
Thanks,
Thank you
guys.
both.
Appreciate you.